Chapter 1, The Spark in the Grass. The sun hung low over Starfield, painting the park in shades of gold and peach. Grass tickled Baby Yoda's tiny toes as he waddled through the meadow, his big eyes catching every flutter of a butterfly, every sway of a dandelion. Summer break had just begun, and the air buzzed with that special kind of magic kids feel when the world seems wide open, full of secrets waiting to be found. Baby Yoda cooed softly, his little green ears twitching. Something sparkled ahead, half hidden in a patch of clover. He toddled closer, curious as a kitten. There, nestled in the grass, sat a box no bigger than a loaf of bread. It wasn't shiny like a toy or dull like a rock. It glowed, faint but steady, like a star trapped in a dream. Baby Yoda tilted his head, his tiny claws brushing its surface. The box felt warm, humming under his touch, and words shimmered across its lid in curly golden letters, "Gift for the Galaxy." "Who leaves a gift in the grass?" he babbled to himself, his voice a soft gurgle. He plopped down, staring at the box. It wasn't heavy, but it felt important, like a secret only he was meant to find. He tapped it gently, and a faint ping echoed, like a bell far away. Baby Yoda's ears perked up. He wasn't alone in the park. Kids laughed by the swings, and a dog barked near the picnic tables, but this felt different. A shadow flickered at the edge of the trees, too quick to be a cloud. "Baby Yoda? Is that you?" called a bright voice. Mirabelle, a girl with braids that bounced like springs, jogged over. Her sneakers were dusted with dirt, and her eyes sparkled with the kind of mischief that finds adventure in every corner. She was 10, full of ideas, and always ready to solve a puzzle. "What's that you've got?" Baby Yoda cooed, pointing at the box. Mirabelle knelt beside him, her fingers brushing the clover. "Whoa," she whispered, squinting at the golden words. "Gift for the Galaxy? That's no ordinary box. Looks like it fell from the sky." "Maybe it did," Baby Yoda gurgled, his eyes wide. He pushed the box toward her, trusting her cleverness. Mirabelle turned it over, careful as if it might sing. The box had no lock, no clasp, just smooth edges and that gentle glow. She tapped it, mimicking Baby Yoda's earlier try, and the ping came again, sharper this time. "Listen," Mirabelle said, grinning. "It's trying to tell us something." She pressed her ear to the box, her face scrunching in thought. Baby Yoda copied her, his ear flopping against the warm surface. For a moment, they heard nothing but the park's hum, crickets, giggles, a distant ice cream truck. Then, soft as a whisper, a voice curled out from the box, so quiet it might have been their imagination. "Find the first star," it said. Mirabelle's jaw dropped. Baby Yoda squeaked, his claws clutching the grass. "Did you hear that?" Mirabelle asked, her voice hushed. Baby Yoda nodded, his heart thumping like a tiny drum. The box pulsed once, brighter, then dimmed again. "What's a first star?" Baby Yoda babbled, looking at Mirabelle. She chewed her lip, thinking hard. Riddles were her favorite, but this one felt big, like a map with no edges. "Maybe it's a real star," she said. "Or maybe it's a place. Starfield's got stars everywhere, on signs, in stories." She glanced around, half expecting a clue to pop up like a dandelion. The park seemed the same, but that shadow by the trees flickered again, gone before she could point. "We need help," Mirabelle decided. "Someone who knows about weird stuff." She pulled a phone from her pocket, her fingers flying over the screen. Baby Yoda tilted his head, curious. I'm texting Spider-Man, she explained. He's dealt with stranger things than glowing boxes. Baby Yoda clapped his tiny hands, cooing. Spider-Man, or Peter as Mirabelle called him, was a hero who swung through Starfield on webs, always ready to help. If anyone could crack a galaxy-sized mystery, it was him. While they waited, Mirabelle studied the box again. She traced the words, her brow furrowing. It's not just a gift, she murmured. It's for the whole galaxy. That's huge. What if it's important, like, Save the Stars important? Baby Yoda's ears drooped. The idea felt heavy, bigger than his little shoulders could carry. But Mirabelle's smile was warm, like a hug. Don't worry, she said. We'll figure it out together. That's what friends do. A rustle came from above. Baby Yoda looked up, and there was Spider-Man, dropping from a web that glinted in the sunlight. His red and blue suit shone, but his voice was friendly, like a big brother's. Hey, Mirabelle. Baby Yoda. What's this about a box? Mirabelle held it up, the glow catching Spider-Man's mask. It's called the Gift for the Galaxy, she said. And it just whispered to us. Spider-Man crouched, tilting his head. Whispered? Like, actual words? Find the first star, Baby Yoda gurgled, mimicking the voice. Spider-Man whistled low. That's no picnic prize. Sounds like a quest. He glanced around, his lenses narrowing. And we're not alone. Something's watching from those trees. Mirabelle's heart skipped. Baby Yoda clutched the box tighter. The shadow hadn't moved, but it felt closer, like a cloud creeping over the sun. Spider-Man stood, his voice steady. Whatever it is, we'll handle it. First, let's crack that riddle. First star, huh? Any ideas? Mirabelle tapped her chin. The library's got a star on its door. Old stories too. Maybe it's a start. Good call, Spider-Man said. Let's move before that shadow gets curious. Baby Yoda tucked the box under his arm, his little legs ready to follow. The park felt different now, alive with secrets. As they headed toward the library, the box hummed again, soft but clear. That voice returned, fainter but urgent. Find the first star, it whispered. Before the night falls. Mirabelle froze. Baby Yoda's eyes widened. Spider-Man glanced back, his voice low. Did it just say before the night falls? The box pulsed, brighter than ever, and the shadow in the trees stirred. Chapter 2, The Web of Courage. The path to the Starfield Library wound through streets lined with maple trees, their leaves whispering in the summer breeze. Baby Yoda clutched the glowing box, his tiny steps quick to keep up with Mirabelle's bounce and Spider-Man's easy stride. The box's hum felt like a heartbeat now, steady but insistent, as if it knew they were moving closer to something big. Mirabelle's eyes darted to the shadows under the trees, half expecting that flicker from the park to follow. Spider-Man swung his head side to side, his mask hiding his frown but not his alertness. That whisper, Mirabelle said, her voice low. Before the night falls. Sounds like we're on a clock. Baby Yoda cooed, his ears twitching. Night soon, he gurgled, glancing at the sky. The sun was still bright, but it wouldn't last forever. The box pulsed under his claws, warm and heavy with secrets. Spider-Man nodded. Then we hustle. The library's star might be our first clue. Let's not give that shadow time to catch up. He shot a web to a street lamp, swinging ahead to scout. Stick close, you two. Mirabelle grinned at Baby Yoda. He's always so dramatic, she whispered, but her hand stayed near the box, protective. Baby Yoda giggled, his worry easing. Friends made even spooky things feel like adventures. The library loomed at the end of Maple Street, its stone walls carved with vines and a single golden star above the door. It looked old, like it held stories older than Starfield itself. Kids biked past, laughing, but the library felt quiet, almost waiting. Mirabelle pushed the heavy door, and it creaked open, spilling cool air that smelled of paper and dust. Inside, shelves stretched high, crammed with books that seemed to lean in, curious. Sunlight streamed through tall windows, painting the floor in patches of gold. Baby Yoda's eyes widened, his coos echoing softly. Big place, he babbled, hugging the box tighter. It's the best place, Mirabelle said. If there's a first star, it's in here somewhere. She scanned the room, her braids swaying. A librarian's desk sat empty, but a rustle came from the stacks. Spider-Man landed lightly beside them, his webs dissolving. No shadows out there, he said. But I don't like how quiet it is. Let's find that star fast. Before they could move, a scamper echoed. A squirrel darted across the floor, its tail fluffier than a cloud. It stopped, staring at them with bright black eyes, then chattered loudly. You! Box kids! What's that shiny thing? Baby Yoda blinked. Talking squirrel, he gurgled. Mirabelle laughed. This is Starfield. Everything talks if you listen. She knelt, meeting the squirrel's gaze. I'm Mirabelle. This is Baby Yoda and Spider-Man. Who are you? The squirrel puffed its chest. Name's Chippy. I know every nook in this town. That box looks trouble. Glowy stuff always is. Spider-Man crouched, curious. Trouble how, Chippy? Spill it. Chippy's tail flicked. Tricky paths, that's how. Things like that box lead to locked doors, riddles, shadows that don't stay still. He eyed the box, whiskers twitching. Heard it whisper yet? Mirabelle's jaw tightened. You know about the whispers? Chippy nodded. Heard 'em before. Old library magic. You're hunting the first star, right? Baby Yoda cooed, nodding. Fine star, he said, holding up the box. Its glow caught Chippy's fur, making it shimmer. The squirrel scampered closer, sniffing. Libraries full of stars. Books, maps, carvings. But you gotta be quick. Night's sneaky. He darted toward a shelf, glancing back. Follow me, but watch your step. Mirabelle exchanged a look with Spider-Man. Can we trust a squirrel? She whispered. Spider-Man shrugged. He knows something. That's enough for now. They trailed Chippy through the stacks, the box humming louder with each step. Shelves loomed like giants, their books whispering faintly, pages rustling without wind. Baby Yoda's ears flicked, catching the sounds. Books talk, he babbled. Maybe, Mirabelle said, her voice soft. This place feels alive. Chippy stopped at a ladder leading to a high shelf. Up there, he chattered. Saw a glow once, like your box. Bet it's your star. Spider-Man eyed the ladder, rickety and old. I'll check it, he said, but Mirabelle grabbed his arm. Wait, she said. The box whispered to us, not just anyone. Let Baby Yoda try. Baby Yoda's eyes widened, but he nodded, brave despite his tiny size. He tucked the box under one arm and climbed, his claws gripping the rungs. The ladder wobbled, and Mirabelle held her breath. Spider-Man stayed ready to catch him, webs poised. At the top, Baby Yoda reached out. A book glowed faintly, its cover etched with a silver star. "Found it," he cooed, tugging it free. Dust puffed, and he sneezed, nearly dropping the box. "Careful!" Spider-Man called, swinging up to steady him. Baby Yoda hugged the book, climbing down. Mirabelle opened it, her fingers trembling. Inside, a map of Starfield unfolded, drawn in shimmering ink. Stars dotted it, one pulsing brighter than the rest, near the lake. "That's it," Mirabelle said. "The first stars by the lake." Chippy chattered, nervous. "Lake's tricky. Water hides things. You sure about this?" Before they could answer, the library door slammed shut. The windows dimmed, like clouds had swallowed the sun. Baby Yoda squeaked, clutching the box. The map's glow flickered, and that shadow from the park stirred again, this time inside, slipping between shelves. Spider-Man tensed. "We're locked in," he said. "And that shadow's back." Mirabelle's heart raced, but she forced a smile for Baby Yoda. "It's okay," she said. "We've got the map. We're one step closer." The box pulsed, its hum sharper now. That whisper came again, faint but clear. "Find the first star," it said. "Before the door forgets you." Chippy's tail puffed. "Told you," he squeaked. "Tricky paths." Baby Yoda looked up, his eyes big but brave. The book glowed brighter, like it knew they weren't giving up. Chapter 3, Pages That Sing. The Starfield library felt smaller now, its shelves closing in like curious giants. The door's slam still echoed in Baby Yoda's ears, and the box in his tiny claws hummed louder, as if it sensed the trouble. The glowing book with the starry map lay open on the floor, its shimmering ink pulsing faintly. Mirabelle knelt beside it, her braids brushing the pages as she studied the glowing dot by the lake. Spider-Man stood guard, his lenses scanning the shadows where that flicker had slipped. Chippy, the squirrel, scampered nervously atop a shelf, his tail twitching like a metronome. "We're locked in," Mirabelle whispered, her voice steady for Baby Yoda's sake. "But we've got the map." "That's something." Baby Yoda cooed, clutching the box tighter. "Door forgets," he gurgled, repeating the whisper's odd words. His big eyes flicked to the heavy library door, now silent and stubborn. Spider-Man crouched, his voice low but warm. "Sounds like a riddle. Doors don't forget, but maybe this one's special." He glanced at the map. "That lake star's our next step. First, we need out." Chippy chattered, leaping to another shelf. "Told you. Glowy boxes mean tricky paths. Library's old, full of secrets. Check the walls, the books. Something's gotta give." Mirabelle nodded, her mind racing. Riddles were her thing, and this felt like one big puzzle. She traced the map's lines, her fingers pausing on the glowing star. "The lake's not far, but we're stuck unless we crack this door thing." She looked up, scanning the library. The shelves loomed high, their books quiet but watchful. Dust motes danced in the dim light, and a faint hum, not the boxes, tickled her ears. "Baby Yoda, does the box feel different?" she asked, kneeling beside him. He tilted his head, pressing a claw to the box. It pulsed, brighter now, and its hum matched that strange library sound. Singing, he babbled, his ears perking. Box and books sing. Spider-Man's lenses widen. Sing. Like the whisper. Mirabelle listened harder. The hum grew, soft but clear, like a lullaby woven into the air. It came from the shelves, from the glowing book, from the box itself. She stood, her heart thumping. "The library's alive," she said. "Maybe it's trying to help." Chippy snorted, scampering closer. "Alive? It's just old wood and paper." "But I've heard hums before." "Means you're close to something." Before Mirabelle could reply, a new voice called, gentle but firm. "Who's stirring my books?" A woman stepped from the stacks, her gray hair tied in a bun, her glasses glinting. She wore a sweater dotted with tiny stars, and her smile was kind but sharp, like she knew more than she said. Baby Yoda squeaked, hugging the box. Mirabelle stepped forward, polite but bold. "Hi. I'm Mirabelle. This is Baby Yoda, Spider-Man, and Chippy. We're, looking for a star." The woman's eyes flicked to the box, then the map. "I'm Miss Lucy, keeper of this library." "Stars, you say? That box isn't ordinary, is it?" Spider-Man tensed, ready to web up trouble, but Mirabelle shook her head slightly. Miss Lucy didn't feel like a threat. "It's called the Gift for the Galaxy," Mirabelle said. "It told us to find the first star. Then the door locked us in." Miss Lucy's smile deepened. "This library listens, you know. It's heard whispers like yours before." She stepped closer, her shoes tapping softly. "Long ago, a galaxy keeper hid gifts in Starfield. Stars to guide, boxes to hold. But only kind hearts find them." Baby Yoda's ears twitched. "Kind hearts?" he cooed, looking at the box. Miss Lucy nodded. "Show kindness, and doors open. The library tests you." She pointed to the glowing book. "That map's a start. But the door needs more." Mirabelle's mind spun. "Kindness? Like helping someone?" She glanced at Chippy, who was nibbling a claw nervously. "Chippy, you said you've heard hums. Know any library secrets?" The squirrel froze, then sighed. "Okay, fine. There's a carving behind the desk. Star-shaped. Never touched it, 'cause I'm no fool. Might help." Spider-Man grinned. "Nice one, Chippy. Let's check it." They hurried to the desk, Miss Lucy trailing with a knowing look. Behind it, hidden in the wood, was a star-shaped groove, glowing faintly like the box. Baby Yoda held the box close, and its hum matched the carving's pulse. "Try touching it," Mirabelle said, her voice hopeful. Baby Yoda reached out, his claw brushing the star. The hum grew, and a click echoed. The door didn't open, but a shelf slid aside, revealing a staircase spiraling down. Dust puffed, and the map's lake star glowed brighter. "Whoa," Spider-Man said. "Secret stairs? This library's full of surprises." Miss Lucy chuckled. "Kindness to Chippy showed you trusted him." The library saw. Chippy puffed up. "Told you I'm useful." Mirabelle frowned, glancing at the door. "But we're still locked in. The stairs go down, not out." Miss Lucy's eyes twinkled. "Sometimes down is the way forward. The lake waits, but so does the night." Baby Yoda's ears drooped, but he cooed bravely. "Fine star," he said, pointing to the map. Before they could move, that shadow flickered again, closer now, slipping down the staircase. The box pulsed sharply, its whisper returning. "Find the first star," it said. Before the song fades. Mirabelle's heart skipped. Song? The hum's a song? Spider-Man grabbed the map, tucking it under his arm. "Whatever it is, we're not waiting for that shadow." "Stairs it is." Chippy hesitated, then scampered after them. "Tricky paths," he muttered. "Hope you're ready." As they stepped onto the stairs, the library hummed louder, like a choir waking up. The shadow vanished below, and the box glowed so bright it lit their way. Chapter 4, The Star in the Water. The staircase spiraled down from the Starfield library, its stone steps worn smooth as if secrets had trod them for years. Baby Yoda led the way, his tiny claws clutching the glowing box, its light casting wobbly stars on the walls. Mirabelle followed close, the starry map tucked under her arm, its lake marker pulsing like a heartbeat. Spider-Man kept pace, his webs ready, while Chippy scampered behind, muttering about tricky paths. The library's hum faded above, replaced by a drip-drip of water and a cool, earthy smell, like rain trapped underground. "Baby Yoda, you okay?" Mirabelle asked, her voice echoing softly. The box's glow lit his big eyes, full of wonder but edged with nerves. "Star close," he cooed, patting the box. Its hum felt stronger now, pulling them deeper. The whisper's words, "before the song fades," lingered in Mirabelle's mind, urging her on. Spider-Man glanced back, his lenses narrowing. "That shadow's still out there. I felt it slip past. We need to stay sharp." Chippy's tail twitched. "Told you. Glowy boxes bring trouble. Bet this tunnel's full of traps." Mirabelle shot him a look. "Chippy, you're helping, not scaring. Right?" The squirrel puffed up, then nodded. "Fine. But I'm watching." The stairs ended at a wooden door, its planks carved with swirls like waves. Baby Yoda touched it, and the box pulsed, bright as a firefly. The door creaked open, revealing a cavern glittering with damp crystals. A stream ran through, sparkling under the box's light, and led to a tunnel that smelled of moss and open air. "Whoa," Spider-Man said, stepping in sheepishly. "This place is wild." Mirabelle knelt by the stream, checking the map. "The lake's that way," she said, pointing down the tunnel. "The star's close." Baby Yoda cooed, his ears perking. "Water sings," he babbled, tilting his head. The stream's ripple matched the box's hum, like they were talking to each other. The tunnel opened to Starfield Lake, its surface a mirror of the evening sky, pink and gold. Reeds swayed, and fireflies blinked, tiny lights that felt alive. The map's star glowed brightest here, right at the water's edge. Mirabelle squinted. "The star's in the lake? How do we get it?" Before anyone could answer, a firefly zipped close, bigger than the rest, its glow green and steady. It hovered near Baby Yoda, wings buzzing softly. "Kind one," it said, its voice like a chime. "I'm Glow. The star waits below, but water asks for care." Baby Yoda's eyes widened. "Glow?" he gurgled, reaching out. The firefly landed on his claw, warm and gentle. Spider-Man grinned. "Talking fireflies? Starfield's full of surprises." Mirabelle smiled, but her mind raced. "Below? Like, underwater? We need to find it before night." Glow bobbed. "The lake trusts kindness. Help me," and I'll guide you. Chippy chattered, nervous. Help a bug? What's it want? Glow's light dimmed. My kin are tangled in reeds. Free them, and the lake will show its heart. Mirabelle nodded. We'll help. Show us. Glow led them to a patch of reeds, where tiny fireflies flickered, caught in sticky strands. Baby Yoda cooed sadly, setting the box down. He reached in, gentle as a breeze, untangling a firefly. It zipped free, glowing brighter. Mirabelle joined in, her fingers careful. Spider-Man swung to higher reeds, freeing more. Chippy hesitated, then nibbled a strand, muttering, better be worth it. As the last firefly flew free, the lake shimmered. A chest rose from the water, old and barnacled, with a star-shaped lock. Baby Yoda clapped, his coos echoing. That's it, Mirabelle said, running to the chest. The box's glow matched the locks, and when Baby Yoda held it close, the chest clicked open. Inside was a silver key, etched with a star, gleaming like moonlight. Spider-Man whistled. Nice work, team. That's our star. Glow buzzed happily. Kindness unlocks truth. The key leads on. Mirabelle tucked the key in her pocket, but a gust swept through, sharp and cold. The map fluttered from her hands, scattering into the woods. No, she cried, lunging after it. Chippy scampered ahead. I'll sniff it out. Spider-Man grabbed Baby Yoda and the box, swinging to the trees. We'll find it. Stay close. As they chased the map, Glow hovered near Mirabelle, her light faint. Hurry, she chimed. The night watches. The woods loomed, branches creaking. The box pulsed, its whisper returning. Find the first star, it said. Before the path hides. Mirabelle froze. Footprints glinted in the dirt, leading deeper into the trees, not theirs. Thank you for listening to these incredible stories. Our team would really appreciate it if you give us a like and comment. Your opinion is very important to us. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you are not subscribed. Chapter 5, Whispers in the Trees. The woods beyond Starfield Lake rustled with secrets, their branches weaving a canopy that dimmed the last of the evening light. Baby Yoda clutched the glowing box, its hum a steady comfort as he toddled after Mirabelle. The silver key, fresh from the lake's chest, jingled in her pocket, but the starry map was gone, snatched by a gust into the trees. Spider-Man swung above, scanning for the map's shimmer, while Chippy darted through the underbrush, sniffing for clues. Glow, the firefly, hovered near Baby Yoda, her green glow flickering nervously. Those footprints in the dirt, too big to be theirs, led deeper into the woods, and the box's whisper still echoed, before the path hides. Mirabelle's braids bounced as she pushed past ferns, her eyes locked on the footprints. We need that map, she said, her voice firm but kind for Baby Yoda's sake. It's got the next star. Those prints might lead to it. Baby Yoda cooed, his ears twitching. Hides, he gurgled, tilting his head at the box. Its glow pulsed sharper now, like it sensed something close. Spider-Man dropped beside them, landing light as a leaf. No map yet, but these woods feel alive. Branches keep moving when there's no wind. He glanced at the footprints, his lenses narrowing. And those? Definitely not a deer. Chippy scampered up, panting. No paper smell either, he chattered. Map's gone deep. But I found a trail, twigs snapped, moss squashed. Same way as those prints. Glow buzzed softly. Careful, she chimed. Woods listen. Paths shift if you're not true. Mirabelle's heart thumped, but she smiled at Baby Yoda. True's easy. We're honest, right? He nodded, his tiny claws patting the box. Fine star, he babbled, brave despite the shadows. The trail led to a clearing where trees stood tall, their bark carved with swirls like galaxies. Fireflies danced, but none glowed like Glow. In the center sat a stump, wide and old, with a star-shaped knot that matched the key. Baby Yoda squeaked, pointing. Look! Mirabelle said, kneeling by the stump. The key fit perfectly, but before she could turn it, a hoot echoed, deep and rumbling. An owl perched above, its feathers silver in the dusk, eyes sharp as moonlight. Who seeks the stars? It called, voice like a song. I'm Oliver. Answer true, or the path stays hidden. Spider-Man tensed, webs ready, but Mirabelle raised a hand. We're not here to trick anyone, she said. I'm Mirabelle. This is Baby Yoda, Spider-Man, Chippy, and Glow. We're finding the gift for the galaxy. Oliver's eyes flicked to the box. Kind hearts carry heavy gifts. Prove your truth. Why seek the stars? Baby Yoda cooed, stepping forward. Help Galaxy, he gurgled, holding the box high. Its glow lit the clearing, warm and steady. Mirabelle nodded. The box whispered. We want to do what's right. Oliver tilted his head, silent for a long moment. Truth is light, he said finally. Turn the key. Mirabelle twisted the key in the stump. A click sounded, and the ground rumbled. The stump sank, revealing a ladder to a treehouse hidden in the roots below. Fireflies swirled, lighting the way. Whoa, Spider-Man said, grinning. Starfield's got the best hideouts. Chippy chattered, nervous. Too easy. Bet it's a trick. Glow's light steadied. Truth opened the door. Trust it. They climbed down, Baby Yoda first, his box glowing brighter. The treehouse was cozy, with wooden walls carved with stars. A mirror hung at the far end, its glass shimmering like water. Mirabelle stepped closer, and the box hummed loud enough to rattle her teeth. Look, she whispered. The mirror didn't show their reflection. Instead, a shadowy figure stood in a misty room, holding their starry map. Its eyes glinted, then it pointed, right at a building with a steeple. The museum, Spider-Man said, his voice low. That's where it's pointing. Baby Yoda squeaked, clutching the box. Map there, he cooed. Before Mirabelle could answer, the mirror flickered. The figure vanished, but its voice whispered, faint as wind. Follow, or lose the stars. Chippy's tail puffed. Told you. Tricky, tricky. Mirabelle's stomach twisted, but she kept her voice calm. We've got the key, the box, and each other. Museum's next. Spider-Man nodded. Let's move before that shadow beats us there. As they climbed back up, Glow buzzed close to Baby Yoda. Kindness guides, she chimed. But shadows test. The clearing was darker now, the fireflies dim. Oliver watched from his perch, silent but approving. The box pulsed, its whisper returning, sharper this time. Find the first star, it said. Before the mirror dims. Mirabelle froze. The footprints were back, circling the clearing, then vanishing toward town. Chapter 6, The Museum's Secret. The streets of Starfield glowed under the first stars of night, their light winking like they knew the secrets Baby Yoda carried. He toddled along, the glowing box warm in his claws, its hum a quiet song that urged them toward the museum. Mirabelle kept the silver key snug in her pocket, her eyes scanning for those eerie footprints from the woods. Spider-Man swung low, his webs catching street lamps, while Chippy darted ahead, sniffing the air. Glow, the firefly, floated near Baby Yoda, her green light steady but faint, as if the night weighed on her too. The mirrors whisper, before the mirror dims, echoed in their minds, pushing them faster. "The museum's just up the hill," Mirabelle said, her voice bright to keep Baby Yoda calm. "That shadowy figure had our map. We'll get it back." Baby Yoda cooed, his ears twitching. "Map home?" he gurgled, patting the box. Its glow pulsed, sharp and eager, like it recognized the path. Spider-Man landed beside them, his mask tilted. "That figure's no friend. Pointing us here feels like a trap, but we need that map." He glanced at the box. "It's humming louder. Think it knows something?" Chippy chattered, scampering onto a fence. "Course it does. Glowy stuff always knows too much. Museum's old, full of dusty secrets. Bet it's waiting for us." Glow buzzed softly. "Secrets test hearts," she chimed. "Stay kind, stay true." Mirabelle nodded, her braids bouncing. "We've got this. Together." She squeezed Baby Yoda's claw, and he giggled, his worry easing. The Starfield Museum stood tall, its stone walls carved with moons and comets, its windows dark like sleeping eyes. A sign read "Closed," but the box's glow lit a star-shaped lock on the door, just like the key's shape. Mirabelle's heart skipped. "This is it," she whispered, pulling the key out. Before she could try it, a cough came from the steps. A man stood there, his coat wrinkled, his glasses crooked. His hair was wild, like he'd been chasing secrets too. "Who's sneaking around my museum?" he called, his voice gruff but curious. Baby Yoda squeaked, hugging the box. Mirabelle stepped forward, polite but bold. "Hi. I'm Mirabelle. This is Baby Yoda, Spider-Man, Chippy, and Glow. We're, looking for something. A map." The man's eyes narrowed, flicking to the box. "I'm Mr. Calvin, curator." "Maps, huh? Museum's closed, but that glows no flashlight. What's your story?" Spider-Man tensed, ready to web up trouble, but Mirabelle smiled. "It's called the Gift for the Galaxy. It's leading us to stars. We saw a clue here, in a mirror." Mr. Calvin scratched his chin, staring at the box. "Galaxy gifts? Sounds like old Starfield tales. Come in, but don't touch anything." He unlocked the door, ignoring the star-shaped lock, and waved them inside. The museum smelled of wax and time, its halls lined with glass cases, fossils, star charts, odd stones that shimmered. Baby Yoda's eyes widened, his coos echoing. "Shiny," he babbled, pointing at a comet model hanging above. Mirabelle scanned the room, the box's hum guiding her. "The map's here somewhere," she said. "Maybe near another star." Chippy scampered onto a case, sniffing. "Smells like paper, but old. Check the back rooms. Curators hide stuff." Mr. Calvin frowned. "Squirrel's nosy, but he's right. Follow me." He led them to a cluttered office, shelves stuffed with books and rolled scrolls. The box hummed louder, and Glow's light flickered, like she sensed something. A kid's voice squeaked from a corner. "Who's there?" A boy, maybe 7, peeked from behind a crate, his glasses smudged, his hands clutching a feather duster. Mr. Calvin sighed. "That's Timmy, my nephew. Helps clean, but he's shy." "Timmy, these kids are looking for a map." Baby Yoda cooed, waddling to Timmy. "Friend," he gurgled, offering a smile. Timmy's eyes softened, and he stepped out, nervous but curious. Mirabelle knelt. "Hi, Timmy. Seen a map with stars? It's important." Timmy bit his lip, glancing at Mr. Calvin, then whispered, "Saw a glowy paper in the basement. Uncle said not to touch it." Spider-Man's lenses widened. "Basement? Lead the way, kid." Mr. Calvin hesitated, then nodded. "Fine, but stay close." He opened a creaky door, revealing stairs down. The box's glow lit the way, and Timmy clung to Baby Yoda, braver with him near. The basement was cold, packed with crates and cobwebs. A table held a scroll, glowing faintly, star-marked. Mirabelle gasped. "That's it." Before she could grab it, the box pulsed, and a star-shaped lock gleamed on a nearby chest. The key fit, but as Mirabelle turned it, the floor shook. Dust fell, and Timmy squeaked, hiding behind Baby Yoda. "What's that?" Chippy chattered, tail puffed. Glow buzzed, dimming. Truth shakes secrets free. The chest opened, revealing a tiny star that floated, humming like the box. But the scroll flickered, and that shadowy figure from the mirror appeared in the air, holding the map. Its whisper hissed, "Too slow." The floor shook again, and the scroll vanished with it. Chapter 7, Under the Tiles. The Starfield Museum's basement quaked, dust puffing from the ceiling like a dragon's sneeze. Baby Yoda clutched the glowing box, his big eyes wide as the tiny star from the chest floated before him, humming in tune with the box's song. Mirabelle stood frozen, her hand still on the star-shaped lock, the vanished map's whisper, "Too slow," ringing in her ears. Spider-Man steadied Timmy, the shy boy trembling beside Baby Yoda, while Mr. Calvin gripped a crate, his glasses slipping. Chippy scampered onto a shelf, tail puffed, and Glow's green light flickered, dim as a fading spark. The floor shook again, and a tile cracked, revealing a trapdoor etched with swirls like galaxies. "Baby Yoda, you okay?" Mirabelle called, her voice steady despite her racing heart. She knelt by him, brushing dust from his ears. He cooed, nodding, his claws tight on the box. "Star sings," he gurgled, pointing at the floating star. It bobbed, warm and bright, like it belonged with them. Spider-Man's lenses narrowed, scanning the trapdoor. "That shadow's playing games, snatching our map. But this?" He nodded at the trapdoor. "Feels like the next clue." Mr. Calvin coughed, waving dust away. "Basement's old, but I never saw that door. Museum's full of surprises, I'll give you that." Timmy peeked from behind Baby Yoda, his voice small. "Is it safe, Uncle Calvin?" Mirabelle smiled at him, soft and sure. "We'll keep it safe, Timmy. Right, Baby Yoda?" Baby Yoda giggled, offering Timmy a tiny wave. "Friend," he babbled, and Timmy's shoulders relaxed, a shy grin breaking through. Chippy chattered, leaping to the trapdoor. "Safe or not, we're stuck. Shadow's got the map, floor's cracking, and that box won't shut up. Open it already." Glow buzzed closer, her light steadying. Patience, she chimed. Kindness opens paths, not haste. Mirabelle nodded, her mind spinning. The box's hum matched the floating stars, and both echoed the trapdoor's faint glow. The star's part of the gift, she said, thinking aloud. Maybe it unlocks this. Spider-Man crouched by the trapdoor, tracing its swirls. No lock, but there's a groove, star-shaped. Baby Yoda, try guiding that star. Baby Yoda cooed, holding the box high. The floating star drifted, drawn to the groove like a moth to a flame. It settled with a soft click, and the trapdoor creaked open, revealing a tunnel lined with mossy stones. A cool breeze wafted up, carrying a hum like the box's, but deeper, like the earth itself was singing. Whoa, Spider-Man said, grinning. Starfield's got more secrets than my web stash. Mr. Calvin adjusted his glasses, peering down. That's no storage room. Looks older than the museum. Be careful, kids. Timmy clutched his duster, eyes wide. You're going in there? Mirabelle squeezed his shoulder. We have to, Timmy. The map's out there, and the box needs us. Want to help? Timmy bit his lip, then nodded. I'll stay with Uncle. But, find the glowy paper, okay? Baby Yoda cooed, patting Timmy's hand. Promise, he gurgled, his smile bright. Chippy scampered to the tunnel's edge. Let's move before this place shakes again. Spider-Man led the way, webs ready, the box's glow lighting the tunnel. Mirabelle followed, Baby Yoda close, with Glow and Chippy trailing. The walls shimmered with tiny crystals, winking like stars caught in stone. The hum grew, weaving with drips of water and their footsteps. This place feels alive, Mirabelle whispered, her braids brushing the moss. Like it's watching. Baby Yoda nodded, his ears perking. Box happy, he babbled, hugging it tighter. The hum pulsed, guiding them deeper. The tunnel twisted, then opened to a chamber where roots curled like fingers. A stone pedestal stood in the center, carved with a riddle, trust the light, or lose the way. Below it, 3 paths branched, left, right, and straight, each dark but glinting with faint lights. Chippy's tail twitched. Riddles? Ugh, I'm no good at these. Glow hovered over the pedestal, her glow brightening. Light is truth, she chimed. Choose with care. Mirabelle read the riddle again, her brow furrowed. Trust the light. The box's glow's been right so far. She held it up, and its light stretched, pointing to the left path, where crystals sparkled brighter. Spider-Man nodded. Left it is. Stay close. The left path sloped down, the air cooler, the hum louder. Crystals pulsed like tiny hearts, and Baby Yoda cooed, enchanted. But a rustle came behind them, soft as a shadow. Mirabelle glanced back, seeing nothing, but her skin prickled. Shadows here, she whispered. Spider-Man's voice stayed calm. Keep moving. We're faster. The path ended at a wooden door, its frame carved with stars. The box's hum peaked, and a star-shaped groove glowed in the wood. Mirabelle's heart leaped. Another lock. Baby Yoda touched the groove, and the box pulsed, but the door stayed shut. Glow dimmed, buzzing softly. Kindness, she chimed. Show it. Mirabelle frowned, then heard a squeak, Chippy, stuck in a root, tugging frantically. Help, he chattered. Spider-Man swung back, freeing him gently. Chippy shook his fur, muttering, Thanks, Webhead. The door clicked, swinging open to a faint glow ahead. Mirabelle gasped. Kindness again. But as they stepped forward, the box whispered, sharp and urgent. Find the first star, it said. Before the light falls. The glow ahead flickered, and those footprints appeared, fresh in the dirt, leading into the dark. Chapter 8, The Glade of Questions. The tunnel's wooden door swung wide, spilling Baby Yoda and his friends into a glade where moonlight wove through ancient trees. The box in Baby Yoda's claws glowed brighter, its hum a soft lullaby that danced with the rustle of leaves. Mirabelle stepped forward, her sneakers sinking into moss, the silver key still safe in her pocket. Spider-Man scanned the shadows, his webs glinting faintly, while Chippy scampered onto a root, sniffing the air. Glow, the firefly, hovered close, her green light pulsing like a tiny star. Those fresh footprints from the tunnel led here, then vanished into the grass, as if the earth had swallowed them. The box's whisper, before the light falls, hung heavy, urging them on. Mirabelle's eyes darted around the glade. This place feels magic, she whispered, her voice soft for Baby Yoda's sake. Like it's waiting for us. Baby Yoda cooed, his ears perking. Box sings loud, he gurgled, hugging it tighter. The glow lit the glade, catching fireflies that swirled in patterns, not random but deliberate, like a message. Spider-Man crouched, his lenses narrowing. Footprints stopped, but that shadow's close. I feel it. He glanced at the fireflies. Those bugs are up to something. Chippy chattered, tail twitching. Bugs and glowy boxes. Bet they're all trouble. Where's that map, huh? Glow buzzed forward, her light steady. Patience, she chimed. This glade asks questions. Answer true, and the path opens. Mirabelle's heart thumped, but she nodded. Questions? We can do that. Right, Baby Yoda? He giggled, nodding. Answer good, he babbled, his smile brave despite the dark. The fireflies spun faster, forming a ring above a stone circle in the glade's center. Their lights merged, shaping words that shimmered in the air. What makes a gift true? The box hummed louder, as if it knew the answer. Mirabelle read the words aloud, her brow furrowing. A true gift? That's tricky. She looked at Baby Yoda, then the box. Maybe it's about why we're doing this. Spider-Man tilted his head. Like giving without wanting something back. The box is a gift, right? Before they could say more, Glow darted to Baby Yoda, her voice a chime. Kind one, speak your heart. Baby Yoda cooed, his big eyes on the fireflies. Gift helps, he gurgled. Make galaxy smile. The fireflies pulsed brighter, and the words shifted, kindness is truth. A path of glowing moss appeared, leading to a tree with a star-shaped knot, like the one in the woods. Mirabelle's breath caught. That's it. Another star. Chippy scampered ahead, muttering, too easy. Bet it's a trick. Spider-Man grinned. Easy's fine by me. Let's check it. As they neared the tree, a tiny firefly, smaller than Glow, zipped out, its light faint and wobbly. It buzzed frantically, circling Baby Yoda. Help, it squeaked, voice high. Lost my way. Baby Yoda's ears drooped. Lost, he cooed, reaching out. The firefly landed on his claw, trembling. Mirabelle knelt. Poor thing. Where's your home? The firefly's light flickered. Glade's edge. Got scared, flew too far. Glow buzzed close, her glow warm. Kindness again, she chimed. Guide her, and the star shines. Spider-Man nodded. We've got time. Let's do it. They followed the little firefly's directions, weaving through trees to a cluster of glowing reeds at the glade's edge. Fireflies swarmed, welcoming their lost friend with happy buzzes. The tiny firefly spun, her light now strong. Thank you, she squeaked. Baby Yoda clapped, giggling. Happy bug. The glade shimmered, and the tree's star knot glowed brighter. Mirabelle pulled the key, fitting it into the knot. A click sounded, and a wooden panel slid open, revealing a hollow with a tiny star inside, floating like the one from the museum. It hummed, joining the box's song. Whoa, Spider-Man said. Another piece of the gift. Chippy chattered, circling the tree. Still no map. Where's that shadow hiding? Mirabelle tucked the star in her pocket with the key, her mind racing. The box keeps leading us. Maybe the map's not the only guide. Glow's light dimmed slightly. Truth guides, she chimed. But shadows chase. As they turned back, a rustle came from the glade's edge. The fireflies scattered, and that shadowy figure flickered, just for a moment, holding the starry map. Its eyes glinted, then it darted into the trees. There! Mirabelle cried, pointing. Spider-Man swung forward, webs flashing. Got it! Stay with Baby Yoda! Mirabelle grabbed Baby Yoda's claw, running after him. Chippy scampered beside them, muttering, Tricky, tricky. Glow lit their way, her buzz urgent. The box pulsed, its whisper sharp. Find the first star, it said. Before the glade forgets. Mirabelle's heart skipped. Forgets? The path? The mossy trail flickered, like it might vanish. The shadow's laughter echoed, cold but faint, leading them deeper into the night. Chapter 9, The Shadow's Trail. The star-filled woods pulsed with night, their shadows twisting as Baby Yoda and his friends chased the fleeting figure. The box in Baby Yoda's claws glowed fierce, its hum a drumbeat urging them through tangled roots and whispering leaves. Mirabelle ran beside him, her braids bouncing, the silver key and floating star safe in her pocket. Spider-Man swung ahead, his web slicing moonlight, tracking the shadow that clutched their starry map. Chippy scampered close, his tail a nervous twitch, while Glow's green light bobbed, dim but stubborn. The glade's warning, before the glade forgets, echoed in Mirabelle's mind, and the mossy path flickered, like it might vanish under their feet. Baby Yoda, keep up! Mirabelle called, her voice bright to ease his worry. His tiny legs pumped, his coos breathless but determined. Shadow fast, he gurgled, hugging the box tighter. Its glow lit the trail, catching glints of those two big footprints, now fresh and deep, weaving toward town. Spider-Man dropped back, his mask tilted. It's heading for the clock tower, he said, pointing to Starfield's steeple, sharp against the stars. That laugh? It wants us to follow. Chippy chattered, leaping over a root. Trap! Bet it's a trap. Why's it got our map, huh? Glow buzzed softly, her light wavering. Shadows test, she chimed. Truth chases. Mirabelle's heart raced, but she squeezed Baby Yoda's claw. Trap or not, we need that map. The box trusts us. Baby Yoda nodded, his big eyes brave. Fine star, he cooed, the box humming louder, like it agreed. The woods thinned, opening to Starfield streets, quiet except for crickets and the distant hum of the box. The clock tower loomed, its face glowing, hands ticking toward midnight. The shadow's trail led to its base, where a door stood ajar, star-carved and glinting. Mirabelle slowed, catching her breath. "That's no coincidence," she whispered, eyeing the door. The box's glow pulsed, matching a faint light inside. Spider-Man landed, webs dissolving. Open door, shadowy figure, stolen map. Definitely a setup. But we're not backing out now. Chippy sniffed the doorframe, tail puffed. "Smells old. Like secrets and dust. Bet it's locked inside." Glow hovered near Baby Yoda, her chime soft. "Kindness opens," she said. "Always." Mirabelle nodded, her mind spinning. The key worked before. "Let's try it." She pulled the silver key, but before she could fit it, a creak sounded above. The clock tower's hands froze, and a panel slid open, revealing a staircase spiraling up. The box hummed sharper, and the shadow's laugh echoed, faint but taunting. "Up there," Spider-Man said, his voice low. "Stay sharp." They climbed, Baby Yoda first, his box lighting the narrow steps. Cobwebs brushed Mirabelle's face, and Chippy muttered about dusty traps. The stairs ended at a room packed with gears, their clicks silent now, frozen like the clock. In the center, a pedestal held a star-shaped groove, glowing faintly. The shadow flickered by a window, map in hand, then vanished through a hatch. "There!" Mirabelle cried, lunging forward. Spider-Man swung to the hatch, but it slammed shut, gears grinding. A trapdoor snapped open beneath them, dropping them into a net of ropes below. Baby Yoda squeaked, clutching the box, while Mirabelle twisted, heart pounding. "Gotcha!" Spider-Man said, webbing the ropes to steady them. "Everyone okay?" Chippy wriggled, tail caught. "Stupid net. Told you it's a trap." Glow buzzed free, her light dim. "Truth freeze," she chimed, circling the net. Mirabelle's eyes locked on the pedestal above, just out of reach. The star groove. The floating star might fit. She looked at Baby Yoda. "Can you guide it?" Baby Yoda cooed, his claws shaking but sure. He held the box high, and the star from her pocket floated, wobbling toward the groove. The net tightened, ropes creaking, but Mirabelle whispered, "You've got this." The star clicked into place. Gears whirred, and the net loosened, dropping them gently. The hatch reopened, and the box pulsed, its whisper back. "Find the first star," it said. "Before the clock wakes." Mirabelle scrambled up, helping Baby Yoda. "The shadows still got the map, but we're close." Spider-Man grinned, swinging to the hatch. "Let's catch it." As they climbed, a note fluttered down, glowing faintly. Mirabelle snatched it, reading aloud, "You're close." The shadow's script was sharp, and the map's corner peeked from under the hatch, just out of reach. Chippy's ears perked. "It's teasing us." Glow dimmed, buzzing. "Truth hurries." The clock tower ticked, loud and sudden, and the shadow's laugh rang again, leading them higher. Chapter 10, Time and Ticking. The Starfield clock tower's gears groaned as Baby Yoda and his friends climbed higher, the air thick with dust and the tang of old metal. Baby Yoda's tiny claws gripped the glowing box, its hum a frantic pulse that matched the tower's ticking, now loud and urgent. Mirabelle clutched the shadow's note. "You're close," her heart racing as she scanned for the starry map's corner, still teasingly out of reach under the hatch. Spider-Man led the way, his webs catching rungs, while Chippy scampered beside him, muttering about traps. Glow's green light flickered, dimmer now, but her buzz stayed steady, guiding them through the dark. The box's whisper, "Before the clock wakes," felt like a countdown, pushing them up the creaking stairs. "Baby Yoda, you're doing great," Mirabelle said, her voice warm to keep his spirits high. His big eyes glinted, brave despite the tower's sway. "Clock loud," he cooed, hugging the box tighter. Its glow lit the stairs, catching glints of gears that loomed like giants frozen mid-step. Spider-Man paused, his lenses narrowing. "That shadow's toying with us, leaving notes and map scraps. But this ticking feels like a deadline." Chippy chattered, tail puffed. "Deadline? Told you. Glowy boxes mean trouble. Bet the whole tower's a trap." Glow buzzed softly, circling Baby Yoda. "Truth ticks louder," she chimed. "Stay kind." Mirabelle nodded, her braids swaying. "The map's up there. We're not stopping now." She squeezed Baby Yoda's claw, and he giggled, his worry easing. The stairs opened to a platform ringed with gears, their teeth glinting in the box's light. The clock's face glowed beyond, its hands stuck just shy of midnight. In the center, a pedestal held a star-shaped groove, pulsing faintly, like the ones before. The map's corner peeked from a gear above, caught in a tangle of cogs, and the shadow's laugh echoed, sharp and fleeting. "There!" Mirabelle pointed, her voice urgent. "It's stuck." Spider-Man swung toward the gear, but the platform shook, gears grinding. "This place doesn't like visitors," he called, webbing a beam to steady himself. "Baby Yoda, got that star from the glade?" Baby Yoda cooed, nodding. Mirabelle pulled the floating star from her pocket, its hum matching the boxes. "Try the groove," she said, lifting him to the pedestal. He reached out, guiding the star. It wobbled, then clicked into place. The gears slowed, but the map stayed caught, and a new sound squeaked, a tiny bird, trapped in a cog, its wing bent. Baby Yoda's ears drooped, his coos soft and sad. "Bird hurt," he gurgled, looking at Mirabelle. Spider-Man hesitated, glancing at the map. "We're so close, but," he swung to the cog, his voice gentle. "Hang on, little guy." Mirabelle nodded, her heart tight. "Kindness first. Always." Spider-Man eased the bird free, his webs soft as a cradle. The bird chirped, flapping to a beam, and the gears clicked again. The map fluttered loose, landing at Mirabelle's feet. She snatched it, its starry ink glowing, the lake star now joined by a new mark, here, in the tower. "Got it," she cheered, holding it up. Baby Yoda clapped, giggling. Chippy scampered over, sniffing the map. "About time." But why'd the shadow let it go? Glow's light dimmed further, her buzz faint. "Kindness freeze," she chimed. "Shadows watch." The platform steadied, but the box pulsed, hotter now, its hum a warning. Mirabelle studied the map, her brow furrowed. The next star's marked, but it's faint. Somewhere high. Spider-Man tensed, his lenses scanning. "High's my thing, but this tower's tight." "Feels like," he froze, staring at a gear. A shadow flickered, not the figure, but something smaller, darting behind. "What was that?" Mirabelle whispered, pulling Baby Yoda close. Chippy's tail puffed. Told you. Tricky, tricky. The clock ticked louder, its hands twitching, inching toward midnight. The box's whisper returned, sharp and clear. Find the first star, it said. Before the gears turn. Mirabelle's stomach twisted. Gears turn? That's now. Spider-Man swung to the gear where the shadow hid, but a panel snapped shut, locking tight. The platform rumbled, and the map's new star pulsed, pointing beyond the tower, toward a hill outside Starfield. We're running out of time, Spider-Man said, webbing the panel. That shadow's one step ahead. Baby Yoda cooed, his claws shaking but sure. Fine star, he babbled, pointing at the map. Mirabelle tucked it safe, her voice firm. Hill's next. We've got the box, the key, and us. Glow buzzed, barely glowing. Hurry, she chimed. Light fades. The gears groaned, and the shadow's laugh rang again, leading them out into the night. Chapter 11, The Box Speaks. The Starfield night wrapped around Baby Yoda and his friends like a quilt of stars, cool and quiet as they hurried from the clock tower toward the hill. Baby Yoda clutched the glowing box, its hum now a steady thrum, warm against his claws. Mirabelle held the starry map, its new mark pulsing faintly at the hill's summit, guiding their steps. Spider-Man swung low, his webs catching branches, eyes sharp for the shadow that kept slipping ahead. Chippy scampered beside them, his tail twitching, muttering about clocks and tricks. Glow's green light was barely a spark, her buzz faint, but she stayed close, loyal to Baby Yoda. The clock tower's warning, before the gears turn, faded behind, but the box's heat felt like time pressing closer. Mirabelle glanced at Baby Yoda, her voice soft. You're so brave, carrying that box all this way. Feel okay? He cooed, his big eyes shining. Box talks, he gurgled, patting it gently. Its glow flared, like it heard him, casting light on the path ahead. Spider-Man dropped beside them, his mask tilted. Talks? It's been whispering, sure, but anything new? Chippy chattered, leaping onto a rock. It's always talking. Hums, whispers, glows. Bet it knows where that shadow's hiding. Glow buzzed weakly, circling Baby Yoda. Truth speaks, she chimed. Listen. Mirabelle unfolded the map, her braids swaying. The hill star is faint, but it's there. The shadow's got a head start, but we've got the box. She smiled at Baby Yoda. Let's hear it. They paused in a clearing, the hill looming dark ahead, its top kissed by moonlight. Baby Yoda sat on a stump, holding the box high. Its hum grew, not loud but deep, like a song waking up. The glow swirled, and tiny lights spilled out, forming a starry map in the air, not just Starfield but a web of constellations, with one star pulsing bright, the hill. Whoa, Mirabelle breathed, her eyes wide. It's showing us. Spider-Man leaned closer, his voice hushed. That's no ordinary box. It's like a guide, pointing us right. Chippy's tail puffed. Guide? Bet it's another trick. Why's it so chatty now? The box's hum shifted, and a voice, clearer than its whispers, spoke, soft as a breeze. Kind hearts carry me, it said. The hill holds truth, but shadows guard it. Baby Yoda squeaked, his ears perking. Box friend, he cooed, hugging it tighter. Mirabelle's heart skipped, but she kept her voice steady. It's helping us. The hill's next, but shadows guarding? That's the figure, right? Spider-Man nodded, his lenses scanning the trees. It's been one step ahead, leaving notes, stealing maps. Bet it's waiting up there. Glow's light flickered, her chime faint. Kindness outshines, she said. Trust. Before they could move, a rustle came from the path. A squirrel, not Chippy, darted out, smaller, with a limp, its eyes wide. Help, it squeaked, voice tiny. Rock fell, trapped my paw. Chippy snorted, circling it. Another squirrel? Suspicious. Mirabelle knelt, gentle but quick. We'll help. Show us. The squirrel led them to a boulder, its paw caught in a crevice. Baby Yoda cooed sadly, setting the box down. He pushed the rock, tiny but determined, and Spider-Man webbed it, lifting gently. The squirrel scampered free, chattering thanks before vanishing into the dark. Nice one, Spider-Man said, grinning. Teamwork makes the dream work. The box pulsed, its starry map glowing brighter, the hills star-sharp now. Mirabelle tucked the paper map away, her mind racing. Kindness again. It's like the box knows when we do good. Chippy muttered, sniffing the ground. Too many squirrels. Bet that shadow sent it. Glow buzzed, dimmer still. Truth clears paths, she chimed, her voice fading. They climbed the hill, the air cooler, the stars closer. The box's hum grew, weaving with the night's quiet, crickets, leaves, their breaths. At the summit, a stone circle stood, ancient and mossy, with a star-shaped groove in its center. The box flared, and Mirabelle's key fit perfectly, but before she could turn it, the shadow flickered at the circle's edge, map in hand. Close, it hissed, its voice cold but amused. It tossed the map into the groove, and the stones glowed, trapping it under light. No! Mirabelle cried, lunging forward. Spider-Man swung, but the shadow vanished, its laugh echoing. The box's voice returned, urgent. Find the first star, it said. Before the storm hides. Mirabelle froze. Storm? Clouds rolled in, fast and dark, and thunder rumbled, shaking the hill. Chapter 12, Storm and Stars. Thunder rolled over the Starfield hill, shaking the stone circle where Baby Yoda stood, his tiny claws gripping the glowing box. Its hum was fierce now, a song battling the storm's roar, its light cutting through the dark clouds swirling above. Mirabelle knelt by the circle's center, her fingers brushing the starry map, trapped under a glow in the star-shaped groove. The silver key dangled from her hand, useless until they freed the map. Spider-Man crouched nearby, his webs glinting with raindrops, eyes locked on the shadows where the figure had vanished. Chippy huddled under a stone, his tail soaked, muttering about storms and tricks. Glow's green light was a faint pulse, her buzz barely audible, but she stayed by Baby Yoda, loyal as ever. The box's warning, before the storm hides, felt alive, with lightning flashing like it meant to steal their path. Baby Yoda, stay close, Mirabelle called, her voice steady despite the wind tugging her braids. His big eyes blinked through the rain, brave but searching for her smile. Box loud, he cooed, hugging it tighter. Its glow flared, lighting the stones, each carved with swirls that danced in the storm's flicker. Spider-Man wiped water from his mask, his voice firm. That shadow's playing dirty, trapping the map. But this circle? It's part of the gift, I bet. Chippy chattered, shivering. Part? It's a mess. Rain, thunder, glowy traps. How's this kind? Glow buzzed faintly, her light wavering. Kindness holds, she chimed. Even in storms. Mirabelle nodded, her heart pounding. The box keeps helping. We need to free the map. She touched the groove, but the glow burned hot, and she pulled back, wincing. Baby Yoda squeaked, toddling closer. Map stuck, he gurgled, his claws brushing the box. Its hum spiked, and a soft voice spilled out, clearer than before. Share the light, it said. Truth unlocks. Mirabelle's eyes widened. Share the light? The box's glow? She looked at Baby Yoda, then the stones. Maybe we need to do something together. Spider-Man scanned the circle, his lenses catching lightning. These stones look like they fit a pattern. Stars, swirls, like a puzzle. Try the box's light on them. Baby Yoda held the box high, its glow spilling over the stones. Each lit up, one by one, their swirls shimmering. But the map stayed trapped, and thunder crashed, shaking the hill. Mirabelle's stomach twisted. It's not enough, she whispered. Chippy scampered out, rain-soaked but bold. Together, huh? Bet it's like the glade. Gotta help someone. Glow's light flickered, and she dipped low, her buzz weak. Me, she chimed, soft as a sigh. Storm's heavy. Light fades. Baby Yoda's ears drooped, his coos sad. Glow tired, he gurgled, reaching for her. She landed on his claw, trembling. Mirabelle's heart ached. We'll help you, Glow. What do you need? Glow's voice was faint. Warmth. Kind words. Keep my light. Spider-Man knelt, cupping his hands around her. You've been our guide, Glow. You're the bravest firefly ever. Mirabelle smiled, her voice gentle. You lit our way, Glow. We're so glad you're with us. Baby Yoda cooed, patting her softly. Glow friend. Chippy muttered, then added, yeah, you're not bad for a bug. Glow's light flared, green and strong, and she buzzed higher, circling the stones. The box hummed louder, and its glow merged with hers, bathing the circle in light. The groove's trap faded, and the map floated free, its starry ink glowing bright. Mirabelle snatched it, her hands shaking with relief. We did it, she cheered, hugging Baby Yoda. Spider-Man grinned, webbing a stone for balance. Nice one, team. But lightning cracked, and the shadow flickered at the circle's edge, its form clearer now, tall, misty, with eyes like cold stars. Kindness, it hissed, voice sharp. It blinds you. Mirabelle froze, clutching the map. Baby Yoda squeaked, hiding behind her. Spider-Man tensed, webs ready. Who are you? He called. The shadow laughed, soft but chilling. I test. Give the box, or lose the stars. Mirabelle's voice shook but held firm. We're keeping it. For the galaxy. The shadow's eyes glinted, and it vanished as thunder roared. The box pulsed, its voice returning. Find the first star, it said. Before the circle closes. Glow buzzed, her light steady now. Hurry, she chimed. Stones shift. The circle's glow dimmed, and the groove sparked, like it might lock again. Mirabelle turned the key, and the stone slid open, revealing a hollow with a new star, floating and humming. But rain poured harder, and the map's hill star flickered, pointing deeper into the storm. Chapter 13, The Heart of the Gift. Rain lashed the Starfield hill, but the stone circle held steady, its glow a beacon in the storm. Baby Yoda clutched the box, its hum a warm pulse against the thunder's growl, the new floating star bobbing beside it like a friend. Mirabelle gripped the starry map, its ink shimmering despite the wet, the hill's mark now joined by a faint pulse deeper in the circle. Spider-Man stood close, his webs slick with rain, watching for the shadow that had demanded the box. Chippy shivered under a stone, his chattering softer, while Glow's green light shone bright again, her buzz strong after their kind words. The box's voice, before the circle closes, echoed in their minds, and the stone's glow flickered, like a door about to shut. "Baby Yoda, you're amazing," Mirabelle said, wiping rain from her braids to smile at him. His big eyes sparkled, his coos brave despite the storm. "Box happy," he gurgled, patting it gently. Its glow flared, lighting the circle, catching the new star's hum, which wove with the stone's faint song. Spider-Man crouched, his mask dripping. "That shadow's bold, asking for the box. But this star? It's another piece of the gift, I bet." Chippy poked his head out, tail twitching. "Piece? Hope it's the last." Storms, shadows, glowy traps, too much for one squirrel. Glow buzzed above Baby Yoda, her chime clear. "Kindness builds," she said. "The gift grows." Mirabelle nodded, her heart racing but sure. The box said to share the light. "We're close to something big." She studied the map, then the circle. The groove where the key had fit was dark now, but a new star-shaped hollow glowed in a stone at the center, humming like the box. Baby Yoda toddled forward, the floating star trailing him. "Star home," he cooed, pointing at the hollow. Mirabelle's breath caught. "Try it," she said, lifting him to reach. He guided the star, his claws steady, and it clicked into place. The circle flared, light spilling upward, and the box shook, its lid trembling. A soft pop sounded, and it opened, revealing a glowing orb, no bigger than an apple, pulsing with colors, blue, gold, violet, like a galaxy spun small. "Whoa," Spider-Man whispered, his lenses wide. "That's no toy." Chippy scampered closer, eyes huge. "Shiny. Bet it's trouble, though." The orb hummed, and the box's voice spoke, warm and clear. "The heart of the gift," it said. "Kindness made it whole." Before Mirabelle could reply, a gust swept through, and the shadow appeared, not at the edge, but in the circle, tall and misty, its starry eyes fixed on the orb. "Well done," it said, voice smooth but cold. "Now choose. Keep the gift, or give it free." Baby Yoda squeaked, hugging the box, its orb glowing brighter. Mirabelle stepped in front, her voice firm. "Who are you? Why test us?" The shadow tilted its head, almost smiling. "I'm the keeper, child. Starfield's gifts need true hearts. Choose, or the storm takes all." Spider-Man tensed, webs ready. "Choose? After all this, you think we'd keep it for ourselves?" Glow buzzed forward, her light fierce. "Kindness shares," she chimed, circling the orb. Mirabelle's mind spun. The map, the stars, the box's whispers, all led here. She looked at Baby Yoda, his eyes wide but trusting. "The box said it's for the galaxy," she said softly. "That's bigger than us." Baby Yoda cooed, nodding. "Make smile," he gurgled, lifting the orb. Its light spilled, warming the rain-soaked circle. The keeper's eyes softened, just a flicker. "Speak your choice." Mirabelle took a breath, her voice clear. We give it. To the galaxy, to everyone. Spider-Man grinned, patting Baby Yoda's head. That's our team. Chippy muttered, hope it's worth the wet fur. The keeper nodded, and the storm eased, clouds parting to show stars. The orb floated high, its light spreading, touching each stone. The circle hummed, and the map glowed, every star mark bright, linked like a constellation. The keeper's form shimmered, less shadow now, more light. Kindness proves, it said. The gift lives. Baby Yoda clapped, giggling, as the orb pulsed once more, then settled back in the box, its lid closing gently. The keeper stepped closer, voice low. More gifts wait, in time. Mirabelle's heart skipped. More? The keeper vanished, leaving a breeze that smelled of starlight. The box whispered, soft but urgent. Find the first star, it said. Before the night rests. Glow buzzed, her light steady. Rest comes, she chimed. But not yet. The stones dimmed, and a new star mark glowed on the map, faint but pointing beyond the hill, into Starfield's heart. Chapter 14, The Choice. The Starfield hill stood quiet now, the storm's last whispers fading into a sky full of stars. Baby Yoda held the glowing box, its hum softer but steady, the orb inside pulsing gently after their choice to share the gift. Mirabelle clutched the starry map, its new mark glowing faintly in Starfield's heart, a promise of more to come. Spider-Man stretched, his webs catching moonlight, a grin hidden under his mask. Chippy shook rain from his fur, chattering about dry nests, while Glow buzzed brightly, her green light dancing with the night's calm. The keeper's words, more gifts wait, lingered, and the box's final whisper, before the night rests, felt like a nudge to keep moving. Mirabelle knelt by Baby Yoda, her braids gleaming. You were so brave up there, she said, her smile warm. Ready for what's next? He cooed, his big eyes twinkling. Box sings, he gurgled, patting it gently. Its glow lit her face, soft as a hug. Spider-Man swung closer, landing light. That orb's something else. Sharing it lit up the whole circle. Think it's really for the galaxy? Chippy scampered onto a rock, tail flicking. Galaxy, sure, but I'm just glad the rain stopped. What's that map saying now? Glow hovered above the map, her chime clear. Kindness shines, she said. The path grows. Mirabelle unfolded the map, its starry ink catching starlight. The hill's mark faded, but a new one pulsed in town, near the park where they'd started. Back to Starfield, she murmured. The box keeps circling us home. Baby Yoda tilted his head, cooing. Home star? He asked, his claws brushing the box. Its hum spiked, and a faint light spilled out, tracing a star in the air, pointing the same way as the map. Spider-Man's lenses widened. It's guiding us again. Bet that keeper's watching, seeing what we do next. Before they could move, a rustle came from the hill's edge. A rabbit hopped out, its fur dusted with dew, one ear bent. It blinked at Baby Yoda, then squeaked, lost my burrow. Storm hit it. Chippy snorted, circling the rabbit. Another sob story? Bet it's a trick. Mirabelle shot him a look, then smiled at the rabbit. We'll help. Show us where you last saw it. The rabbit hopped downhill, leading them to a patch of mud where roots tangled. Baby Yoda cooed sadly, setting the box down to dig with his claws. Mirabelle joined in, Spider-Man webbing debris aside, and even Chippy nibbled a root, muttering, "Better be quick." The burrow appeared, a cozy hole under a stone. The rabbit squeaked joyfully, diving in, then popped back with a tiny pebble, star-shaped and glinting. "For you," it chirped, dropping it at Baby Yoda's feet before vanishing. "Whoa," Mirabelle said, picking it up. The pebble hummed, faint but real, like the box. "Kindness again. It's like Starfield's thanking us." Spider-Man grinned. "This place loves surprises." Glow buzzed, her light steady. "Gifts return," she chimed. "Keep giving." They trekked toward town, the map's new star brighter now, pulsing near the park's oak tree. The box hummed louder, its orb glowing through the lid, casting light on flowers and fences. Starfield felt alive, glowing faintly, as if the orb's gift had touched every corner. Street lamps flickered softer, fireflies danced in sync. At the park, the oak stood tall, its bark carved with a star-shaped knot, just like the map's mark. Mirabelle's key fit, but as she turned it, the box flared, and its voice spoke, warm and clear. "The gift is yours," it said. "Share again, or hold it close." Baby Yoda squeaked, his ears twitching. "Share," he cooed, looking at Mirabelle. Spider-Man paused, his voice low. "Again? We already gave it to the galaxy. What's left?" Chippy chattered, nervous. "Hold it. Too many tricks out here." Mirabelle's heart thumped. The Keeper's test, the orb's light, the map's stars, all led here. "Every time we're kind, the gift grows," she said, thinking aloud. "Sharing makes it real." She turned the key fully, and the knot glowed, spilling light across the park. The orb floated out, hovering, its colors swirling faster, blue for trust, gold for hope, violet for care. Starfield shimmered, flowers blooming brighter, fireflies swirling like tiny galaxies. Kids in the distance laughed, their voices clearer, as if the gift touched them too. Baby Yoda clapped, giggling. "Galaxy smiles." The box's voice returned, soft now. "Kindness carries," it said. "More stars wait." Mirabelle tucked the orb back, her eyes on the map. A new mark glowed, faint but real, beyond Starfield, in the sky itself. "More?" she whispered. Glow buzzed, her light dancing. "Always," she chimed. The oak's knot dimmed, but a single firefly winked, brighter than the rest, and darted upward, trailing light like a falling star. Chapter 15, The Town Aglow. Starfield sparkled under a sky full of stars, its streets humming with the warmth of the gift shared twice. Baby Yoda toddled through the park, the glowing box snug in his claws, its hum a gentle lullaby now, the orb inside pulsing softly. Mirabelle walked beside him, the starry map folded in her hands, its newest mark, a faint glow in the sky, teasing a mystery beyond their town. Spider-Man swung low, his webs catching lampposts, his grin wide after seeing Starfield bloom with light. Chippy scampered ahead, his fur fluffed with pride, chattering about being dry at last. Glow buzzed brightly, her green light weaving with fireflies that dotted the night, each one winking like it knew their secret. The box's whisper, "More stars wait," felt like a promise, and the fireflies' skyward dart left a trail in their hearts. "Baby Yoda, look at this place," Mirabelle said, her voice soft with wonder. "It's like the gift woke everything up." He cooed, his big eyes reflecting the glow. "Town happy," he gurgled, patting the box. Its light danced on his face, warm as a campfire. Spider-Man landed nearby, stretching. Happy's right. Flowers blooming, kids laughing louder. That orb's magic's spreading. Chippy leaped onto a bench, tail twitching. Magic? Sure, but what's with that sky mark? Bet it's another chase. Glow hovered above Mirabelle's shoulder, her chime bright. Kindness calls, she said. Stars answer. Mirabelle unfolded the map, its ink shimmering under starlight. The town's stars, lake, tower, hill, glowed strong, linked like a constellation, but the sky mark pulsed alone, high and distant. It's not in Starfield, she murmured. It's up there, like a real star. Baby Yoda tilted his head, cooing. Fly star? He asked, his claws tapping the box. Its hung spiked, and a faint glow spilled out, tracing a path upward, mirroring the map's mark. Spider-Man's lenses glinted. Fly? I swing, not soar, but that box keeps surprising us. Maybe it's got wings. Before they could puzzle more, a cheer rang out. Kids spilled into the park, their faces lit with grins, carrying lanterns that bobbed like tiny moons. A girl, maybe 8, ran up, her ponytail bouncing. Hi! I'm Sarah. Saw the park glow. What's that box? Baby Yoda giggled, holding it high. Gift, he cooed, his smile wide. Mirabelle knelt, gentle but quick. It's special, Sarah. Called the gift for the galaxy. We're finding its stars. Sarah's eyes widened. Galaxy? Cool. My lantern's a star, wanna see? She held it up, its paper carved with swirls, glowing soft yellow. Chippy sniffed it, muttering, fancy paper. Bet it's no map. Spider-Man chuckled. Let's not scare her, Chippy. That's a great lantern, Sarah. Sarah beamed, then frowned. I wanted to share it, but my friend Jake's sad. He lost his kite today. Baby Yoda's ears drooped, his coos soft. Sad friend, he gurgled, looking at Mirabelle. Mirabelle's heart tugged. Where's Jake? We'll help. Sarah pointed to a boy by the swings, head down, sneakers kicking dirt. They walked over, Baby Yoda toddling close, the box's glow lighting their way. Hi, Jake, Mirabelle said, her voice kind. Heard about your kite. Want us to look for it? Jake glanced up, eyes red. It's gone. Flew into the trees. Spider-Man swung to a branch, scanning. Trees are my thing. Describe it. Jake sniffled. Blue, with a star tail. Baby Yoda cooed, setting the box down to pat Jake's hand. Find kite, he promised, his smile bright. Glow buzzed up, her light guiding Spider-Man. He spotted a blue flash, webbed it gently, and swung down, kite in hand. Got it, he called, handing it to Jake. Jake's face lit up. Thanks. You're awesome. He hugged Baby Yoda, who giggled. Sarah clapped, her lantern swaying. See? Stars help. The box hummed, and its glow flared, touching Jake's kite. The star tail shimmered, like it borrowed the orb's light. Mirabelle's breath caught. Every kind thing we do, it's like the gift grows. Chippy chattered, circling Jake. Grows? Hope it's done growing. I'm pooped. Glow's light danced. Kindness never tires, she chimed. The park buzzed with kids, their lanterns glowing brighter, as if Starfield felt the gift's touch. Mirabelle looked at the map, then the sky. That mark's still up there. We're not done. Spider-Man nodded, his voice warm. Whatever's next, we've got this. Baby Yoda lifted the box, cooing. More stars, he gurgled, his eyes on the heavens. The box pulsed, its whisper soft but clear. Find the first star, it said. Before the sky forgets. Mirabelle froze. A firefly, brighter, bigger, darted from the oak, soaring high, leaving a trail that matched the map's mark, gleaming like a beacon. Chapter 16, A Galaxy Waiting. The Starfield Park hummed with lantern light, kids' laughter weaving through the night like a song. Baby Yoda stood under the old oak, his tiny claws clutching the glowing box, its hum a gentle ripple now, the orb inside pulsing with every kind act they'd shared. Mirabelle held the starry map, its final mark, a bright spark in the sky, gleaming stronger after the firefly's skyward dart. Spider-Man leaned against the tree, his webs glinting, a quiet pride in his stance. Chippy perched on a root, his tail finely still, while Glow buzzed softly, her green light steady, mirroring the fireflies that danced around them. The box's whisper, before the sky forgets, felt like a nudge, not urgent but warm, like Starfield itself was listening. Baby Yoda, you made this town shine, Mirabelle said, kneeling to meet his big eyes. Her braids caught the glow, sparkling like the stars above. He cooed, his smile wide. Galaxy happy, he gurgled, patting the box. Its light softened, like it was content but waiting. Spider-Man stretched, his mask tilting. Happy's an understatement. That orb lit up everything, flowers, kites, kids. Think we're done? Chippy chattered, sniffing the air. Done? With that sky mark? Bet it's another chase. I'm ready for a nap, though. Glow hovered near Mirabelle, her chime gentle. Kindness rests, she said. But stars call. Mirabelle unfolded the map one last time, its ink alive under the moonlight. The town's stars, lake, tower, hill, park, glowed as one, a constellation complete, but the sky mark pulsed alone, high and inviting. It's not over, she murmured, her voice full of wonder. The box said more stars wait. Baby Yoda tilted his head, cooing. More friends? He asked, his claws tapping the box. Its hum answered, faint but clear, like a promise kept. Before they could plan, a soft giggle echoed. Sarah, the lantern girl, ran back, her ponytail bouncing, Jake trailing with his starry kite. You're still here, Sarah said, holding her lantern high. The park's so pretty now. Did you do that? Baby Yoda giggled, nodding. Gift, he cooed, showing the box. Its glow touched Sarah's lantern, making it shimmer. Jake clutched his kite, grinning. My kite flies better now. Like it's got magic. Mirabelle smiled, her heart full. It's the gift, guys. Every time we help, it grows. Spider-Man swung down, playful. Magic kites? I'm jealous, Jake. Chippy muttered, circling Sarah's lantern. Fancy lights. Bet they don't find stars. Sarah's eyes widened. Stars? Like in the sky? I saw one fall. Up there. She pointed where the firefly had soared, her finger tracing the map's mark. Mirabelle's breath caught. You saw it? The bright one? Jake nodded, bouncing. It winked. Like it wanted us to follow. Glow buzzed higher, her light dancing. Children see, she chimed. Hearts know. The box hummed, and its lid trembled, not opening but stirring. A soft voice spilled out, quieter than before. "The gift is shared," it said. "Look up, always." Baby Yoda clapped, his coos loud. "Up," he gurgled, pointing to the sky. The fireflies swirled, forming a spiral that matched the map's mark, then scattered, leaving one bright speck, a firefly or something more, winking high above. Mirabelle's heart thumped, but she laughed, pulling Baby Yoda close. "We found the stars, but they're not just here. They're everywhere." Spider-Man nodded, his voice warm. "Galaxy's a big place. Bet it's got room for more gifts." Chippy scampered to Baby Yoda's side, finally quiet. "Okay, fine. That was pretty cool. But I'm sleeping tomorrow." The park glowed, lanterns bobbing as kids played, their voices a happy hum. Sarah and Jake waved, running off with their treasures, leaving the trio under the oak. Mirabelle tucked the map away, its stars dim now, like they'd done their job. The box's glow settled, calm and still, but its hum lingered, a whisper of adventures untold. "We did it," Mirabelle said, her eyes on Baby Yoda. "You carried the gift, and it changed everything." He cooed, hugging the box, then her leg. "Friends," he gurgled, his smile brighter than any star. Spider-Man ruffled his ears, chuckling. "Best team ever. Ready for the next one?" The sky twinkled, endless and kind, and Glow buzzed one last time, her light a tiny beacon. Soon, she chimed, darting upward, where that lone firefly winked again, soft but sure, like a door left open. Thank you for listening to these incredible stories. Our team would really appreciate it if you give us a like and comment. Your opinion is very important to us. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you are not subscribed.